Coming up next on the CHGO Cubs Podcast, PCA almost saves Team USA. Now can Italy return the favor against Mexico? Plus Cade Horton's rough outing. And we're playing a little game of versus. 2008 Cubs against your 2026 Cubs. Let's CHGO next. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? It's the CHGO Cubs Podcast. It is Wednesday the 11th. That means we are 15 days away from the Cubs season opener at Wrigley Field. Luke Stuckmeyer, Joey Christopoulos, and Justin Roman with you, and Sarah running the ones and twos.
Go Cubs.
There it is.
15 days until opening day.
Yeah. Oh, a little extra today from you, huh?
With the tone.
A little extra.
You wouldn't know by looking outside and it's snowing here in Chicago. Yeah. But opening day is coming up pretty soon.
What a kick in the crotch that
is. It really is.
Come back from Arizona where it was too hot at times, and now...
And it was 70 on Monday in Chicago. So, we felt good about that. And then snow today.
Hail, tornadoes, snow.
Yeah, the poor people in Kankakee.
Yeah.
Mercy.
Good grief.
All right, we're going to start right off the top with our Taking the Temp because Team USA is in trouble. 4 seasons, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, sewer, and electric, serving the area for more than 50 years. 4 seasons, heatingcooling.com for all their special offers and money-saving coupons. That's 4seasonsheatingcooling.com. So, Taking the Temp on Mark Derosa's comment.
Oh, man.
I think a little bit it's being made too much about this. Now, Mark Derosa said on one of the MLB Network shows before Team USA's game earlier in the day, he said, well, since we've already punched our ticket to the next round, we still want to win. And he also talked about how a lot of the guys were dragging because they'd partied too much after beating Mexico and they were up all night and they were in the hotel and yada, yada, yada. And then after the game, after they had lost, he said, no, he misspoke, completely misread the calculations, but that they knew before the game all the different calculations for going into it. And then Jesse Rogers, I heard him on the radio saying that he believed that too, that they did know before the game, but they clearly didn't know in the morning. Is D-Row in trouble?
Yeah, I mean, listen, you this is your guy, it's your friend, so I don't expect you to be,
I don't know that he's my friend, but I liked him as a player, and he was good in the clubhouse.
So I will say, and I also like Derosa as a player. He was part of that, that 08 team that we're going to talk about later on. I do believe that he didn't understand that yesterday was a must-win. I don't think even the lineup wasn't everything about what he said, some of the personnel choices showed me that he thought they were going on to the next round, no matter what.
Bryce Harper not playing.
Yeah. I mean, so, and then, oh man, I mean, I saw a couple of funny tweets. Any travel baseball dad knew what was going on, but Mark Derosa didn't, because yes, it's not your typical baseball, but it's kind of baseball, travel baseball rules, where you're looking at who runs scored and all these different things. So I believe he did not know. I don't know when he figured it out. Was it in game? Was it before the game? I don't know. But I don't think he knew. And that is a big black. Now here, what can happen right now is that Italy can win and it all goes away. But I'll tell you what, if USA gets eliminated, that's a big black eye on Mark Derosa, I think.
Quote unquote, dream team gets eliminated, which Joey didn't like. Now,
hated it.
I will say this. Our knowledge of it can be less than the manager's knowledge of it. I had no idea that was the rule either, because I don't have a kid playing Little League.
Right.
That said, again, he needs to know this.
Yes.
But it is a stupid rule. Like, why wouldn't the rule just be, okay, you're 3-1, you're 3-1, but you beat Mexico, you're in? Why wouldn't that be the rule? Why wouldn't that be the first cut for who moves on? You guys played each other. You have the same record. Who won that game?
That's a different discussion you can have with the people that created the tournament. But as the manager of Team USA in the tournament, you should know the rules and you should be very clear on what it takes to move on. And I just don't believe Mark Derosa knew that.
Hello, I'm Mark DeRosa's PR manager here. Look, okay. Does Mark Derosa just like wake up out of like a coffin of a silo and then no one talks to him? Doesn't he have other coaches on the coaching staff? Doesn't he have other people?
Where's his assistant?
I get it. Like the buck stops with the manager, but Mark Derosa is not a professional manager, and I loved him as a player. He's just a fantastic MLB analyst, and now he's managing Team USA. It is a mistake. And frankly, it's not good. And he can't walk it off because he talked about it previously. Right?
Yeah.
So, but I understand that, like, you're telling me that this dream team lineup also didn't realize, hey, coach, here's the math. Here's the whatever. Are we thinking about this? How are we attacking this? You don't think they have conversations about this? So, frankly, it was something that was completely missed. I understand that people out there being like, well, he put out the B team or the bad lineup. All right, well, Paul Goldschmidt's a pretty good player, okay? Having Gunnar Henderson play third base is not a bad thing, all right? Ernie Clement's not a bad player. No. Will Smith had a couple hits last night. So I get that the result now makes it easy to poke at Mark Derosa and the decisions that he made. But again, and also this WBC thing, like I'm enjoying it. It's fun. It's great fodder. It's good sports conversation. But there's a thing called the Chicago Cubs I care about a little bit more. So I'm just not like, I see people just absolutely like losing their minds about Mark Derosa today, and I can't gin up that kind of anger. I just don't have it for it.
Well, because Team USA has a legitimate shot of getting bounced today.
Good. Then I get my Cubs players back? Can I be selfish? Kyle Teal pops his hamstring running hard for a double because I get it. You can get hurt at any time, but you can't tell me that this WBC,
harder
yes,
than a
100% because they want it as they should, and good for them for doing it. But I'm sorry, when Kyle Teal pops his hamstring running around first base, if USA gets bounced today, I don't mean to be contrarian about this. I'm cool, man. I've seen what I wanted to see. Crow-Armstrong was awesome last night. Send him home. Put him back in the blue and red, and let's get ready for March 26th. Like, I'm sorry.
By the way, isn't PCA the backup center fielder? Right. So in this case, the guy, he delivered big for you with 2 home runs in that game.
Didn't put the A lineup out there.
He's 3 for 10 with 4 runs, 5 RBI. My favorite part is 2 walks.
Yeah, absolutely.
2 walks at the World Baseball Classic.
If Derosa did put the quote-unquote B team out there, PCA is playing because of that.
Correct.
So in a weird genius move, Derosa had PCA playing, and man, did he look good. He single-handedly brought Team USA back to life, and they hit another homer. I mean, if listen, you wish Team USA would have won yesterday, but at the very least, like PCA, I think announced on an international stage that he is a superstar, and he's I'm so excited for the season with him.
And not with and to that at the very least, right? Like, again, I will admit that the WBC has ratcheted up the competition for some of these guys with the 15%. And yeah, there's a lot of eyeballs on these games, which is great for baseball. From my selfish perspective, though, like 2 weeks ago, we're playing tape of PCA saying, the moment got to me a little bit in October versus the Brewers.
Yeah.
And now PCA hit 2 bombs last night in a game when they really needed it, right?
Yeah.
He single-handedly brought them back into the game. Yep. And then that solo bomb at least like got them into a shouting distance of having an interesting 9th inning. So PCA stepping up in the moment of something that is exhibition, I think you can take something away from that a little bit. Him doubling in the All-Star game last year, I wanted to take a little something away from that. Him not delivering in October, I hopefully this is beginning to dispel that notion that when the moment shows up again, guess who's going to be ready? Pete Crow-Armstrong. And that's what I'm taking away from last night.
Hi to everybody in the live YouTube chat. Chris from Northern Ireland is saying, hey, great spring training stories. Sounded awesome. Hope to be there at the Friday 120 Club. Wrigley sometime this year. Looking forward to it.
Maybe April 10th.
Yeah. Maybe DeRosa's bigger mistake is that he should have told Scooble, we're saving you for either Mexico or Italy.
Yeah.
Well, we're not wasting you against Great Britain. But then again, I thought there was as much chance of Italy beating them as I did Great Britain beating them. So,
well, that's the thing.
Who knows?
We had Ryan Severini on yesterday as our guest, and we all were like, we couldn't even, some of the players on Italy, we didn't even know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I thought Piazza was going to be the catcher.
Right. Mexico, I will say, I thought was a very formidable opponent. They're a good team. I really looked at Italy. I was like, oh, but we should just be a cakewalk. I mean, so to Mark Derosa's credit a little bit, I kind of felt the same way. That being said, I'm not the manager. You should know the rules. No matter how, somebody said Demolition Worm says, to be fair, the rules of advancing are kind of wacky. You're right, but you should know the rules. Like, take that up with the WBC for the next time. But these are the rules. The manager should know what the rules are. And I don't think he did. But going back to PCA really fast, I not only did he step up to the moment, I think he provided the best visuals of the night. From Sarah has the thumbnail on our YouTube, which is PCA in his glory, right? A lot of Twitter, the slow motion and the bat flip.
Great, yeah.
I mean, PCA is like a visual. He's visual baseball perfection. He gives you those shots, gives you those videos, gives you that energy. And man, am I glad he's our center fielder. He's
always done it on the Cubs, but I want to ask him, when did you start turning when you're rounding the bases to the outfield and pointing at everybody?
Yeah.
Like everybody else just runs straight ahead, shoulders ahead.
Right.
PCA turns his whole body as if to say, look at me.
Yeah, he does. He does.
It's like a showman going around the stage.
Didn't he start that? Was it the money thing he did? Remember when the extension rumors came out there and he hit a bomb and he was rounding the bases? I could have sworn he did like a money sign thing.
I just feel like he's always done it. I could be wrong with the Cubs at least, but it's clearly carried over to the WBC.
Yeah.
It's just a couple moments last night that unfortunately don't go into the ledger for the Cubs this year. But again, we've been talking about this all winter, and like when it's absolutely freezing outside and getting excited, it isn't. There's a part of it that like we're Cubs fans. And you've been covering this a long time, so you're passionate, and you see a player, you're like, oh, what if this player could be like this?
Yeah,
right. And everyone goes, oh, well, PCA second half. I'm telling you, and this is not going to sound sports intelligent. There's something about this kid, man.
Yeah,
there just is, and I can't wait for it to play out over the course of the summer. We all know the tangibles of the talent with the speed, and now he's got the power. But we just did that. We did that great hit where we got a chance to hang out with Brendan Miller in Arizona, just talking about the evolution of his swing and where it's at. Just watching it last night, like everyone on my text thread is, man, look at that swing. Like that front side is so soft. And then he's targeting the right pitches right now. He's in a really good place. He stepped up to the moment. Frankly, on a very big stage, and he's playing for something right now as he's getting ready for the regular season. It's just really cool. It's really cool to see. And unfortunately, Michael Lorenzen, we know him very well. Cincinnati Reds. He's you know what I mean? He's bewildered the Cubs a couple of times before, and they were able to get a couple runs on the board thanks to some White Sox young players, and Italy took care of business. I mean, you can't give up 8, though, right? I mean,
you can't.
You can't give up 8, guys.
I'm glad we don't have him. I'll take Cade Horton every day.
And also,
he got rocked yesterday, too.
He got smoked.
I'm glad we got rid of Brad Keller. I mean, Cade can't throw to second base anymore. Like he leaves the Cubs and then forgets how to play baseball. So not our problem, like Joey said earlier. But that was a pivotal moment as well. But here's my hot take, my prediction, guys. Italy will either win and or Mexico will score 5 or more. So I believe Team USA will advance, but Derosa better hope that they do, because otherwise he's going to be a scapegoat for a long time.
By the way, Bregman, we were talking about him getting replaced at third. He is 1 for 7 with 3 runs. He has 5 walks in the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
Now, remember how many times last year we thought, wow, walks are a key part of this Cubs offense. They get guys on base. They move them around. That's one extra way that you don't have to put 3 hits together is to get the free pass first of all and then maybe steal a base. Bregman with 5 walks, PCA with 2. So 7 between the 2 Cubs so far in the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. I got one more thing to say about this World Baseball Classic, and it's starting to concern me a little bit.
What is it?
I'll tell you about it after the break. But first, we have to take a break because we have some great sponsors here at CHGO, and we want to make sure they get paid and what they came here for. So first, a word from our sponsors. All right, Justin, what if you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi and What if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, 5 years. That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Imagine Wi-Fi that makes everything work together, finds and fixes problems before you even know you have them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. It allows you to go ahead and stream the game while everybody else in the family is doing something else online. Devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. Take it from me, a lot can change in 5 years. Cubs can win championships, but Wi-Fi, that we just want to keep the same. It should be reliable and it should be the same price. So lock in your price, unlock the possibilities right now with Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Of course, select plans only. Restrictions apply. It's the best equipment they have and no hassle.
You deserve the best. You deserve the best. All right. I know on Monday we kind of teased you, but winter is still here. Look outside. It's snowing. Is your home's heating up for the challenge? Now is the time to schedule your Four Seasons furnace tune-up. How about this? Four Seasons, we guarantee same-day installation for all your heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical, and generator needs with no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays. Save up to $4,000 on furnaces and comfort systems with Four Seasons heating, air conditioning, plumbing, sewer, and electric. Furnaces start at $39 a month and furnace AC combos at just $57 a month. Call today and save $50 from your trusted local experts. That's right. Four Seasons have been serving Chicagoland for over 50 years. Four Seasons, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, sewer, and electric. Visit fourseasonsheatingcooling.com for all their special offers and money-saving coupons. That's fourseasonsheatingcooling.com. And again, take a look outside. It is snowing. We still got a few more weeks left, right?
And next week, you can tune up your AC.
There you go.
Back on the CHGO Cubs podcast, talking about what Team USA needs to do, how Mark Derosa sort of screwed up. PCA almost saves them. Again, it is either Italy needs to beat Mexico or Mexico can win and they have to score 5 or more runs.
So to break it down, ultimately, Italy has to score like 4 runs because they could win 4-0 fine, but for Mexico would have to get 5. If you just break it down, Italy's got to score 4 runs and none of this matters.
No, it's that Mexico needs to score 5 or more to knock out Italy.
But my point is, if that Italy scores 4 runs,
it's just a different way of saying it.
Yeah.
We should call Mark Derosa. He would know.
Right.
If Mexico wins and they score 5 runs,
yes,
Team USA knocks out Italy. Now, that's also crazy because they beat Team USA. But again, the rules are silly.
Travel baseball rules, man. Travel baseball rules.
What is starting to concern me is that Italy and Mexico are behind the scenes right now going, hey, you know what would be great for the World Baseball Classic? Let's get those smug American dream teamers off the stage. And how about you just let us win tonight? Or how about if we get that 4th run, we give the old, here comes the meatball.
Right. You would hope.
I'm just saying, like, I could see a scenario where the two teams would be like, listen, if we're going to win this somehow and have this miracle story, the best thing for us is to get Team USA out of this tournament.
Yeah.
Now, would you say that is right or against sportsmanship?
Against sportsmanship. I mean, and I don't think you're going to get everybody on both teams to agree to do that. I think that I hear what you're saying. I just think that there's a lot of pride at stake. Guys want to do well. Guys want to show out. To get everybody on both teams to agree to that, that would be a stretch. And I do think it'd be bad sportsmanship. You always got to play to win. I'm against tanking and all those kind of things too. So I don't think I hear what you're saying. I don't think it's a concern.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. Like there's 2 things can be true. I can accept that strategy to win. I can applaud that and I can respect it from a fan's perspective. Yeah. Tanking, load management, playing for a tie in soccer, you know what I mean? Playing the motion offense and the keep away, whatever it is, running the football or whatever version of that is. Aesthetically, it gets away from the spirit of whatever sport is, which is you want to compete as hard as you can for victory on both sides at all times. But at the same time, out of the other side of my mouth, I can respect strategy.
Listen, the strategy is to win the tournament.
Yep.
And if you want to win the tournament, I don't know if it's actually against sportsmanship to be like, hey, you know what? we've decided to put some subs in today. Joe Pesci, Danny Bonaducci, and Danny DeVito, and Cheverini will be over at first, and Carmen DeFalco's playing short.
It's so funny. Last night, my wife, because my wife was watching, she was like, "Oh, Italy's playing USA." My wife is Italian, so I was like,
"Oh, Guy Fieri's in center field.
Now batting at first base.
Flavor Town.
Isabella Rossellini."
I mean, I don't know. So I don't know if it's bad sportsmanship or not, but I do think it is possible. I also think it's possible that Italy was so happy last night that they may have gone out and had more than just a spaghetti dinner last night. They might have gone out and had a couple of those table wines sitting around the clubhouse and been like, "Oh, buongiorno, welcome to the Olive Garden," and they might have taken it down. You know,
the Olive Garden. I still think. Listen, I mean, I don't. You have to get everybody to buy into that. That's 2 full rosters of like throwing the game I don't
unless
see it.
They're so hungover that we don't have to get them to buy into anything. Mexico's just like, we can play these guys. They can't even stand up.
Right.
Half of them are puking in the dugout.
But Mexico can win. They just have to score 5 runs. And I feel like this tournament hasn't been really a pitcher's duel. I think that there's a lot of offense in this tournament. So, I mean, I don't care if Mexico wins. They score 5 or more runs. Go ahead. But I just think somehow, some way, Team USA moves on and Derosa lives to fight another day.
If USA goes home, that's cool. I'm totally fine with it. I'm totally fine with it. And like, the funny part about it too is, Japan's on the other side, right? And they look just as formidable as ever, just as much as they did. And they're the defending WBC champs, right? I mean, so there's that going for it.
Don't you want to see Team USA in Japan? Like, for me, that's what I want to see.
I do, but like, I don't know. The part about me that's really funny is that I'm watching these games and I am going like, wow, they're really letting Skeens throw 60 pitches here. And wow, you know what I mean? And I understand Scooble's having this fun little dance over here. And I'm sure you guys probably hit it on yesterday of like, man, I really hate to go, but I got to go.
I don't know if I buy any of that.
The time.
PR person was like,
oh, God, I'd love to stay at this party, but God, it's getting so late. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so.
Like when I left the hotel lobby bar the other day. I might be back. I got to call the wife and then I might be back.
I'm still not over
And it turns out, nope, my agent said I can't be back.
Biggest Irish goodbye ever.
Well, we'll see. Tonight's a big night.
Anyways, so away from the World Baseball Classic, we had another outing involving the Cubs. And of course, that was the Cactus League game. Cade Horton struggled.
He did.
Now, after I said I think Matthew Boyd should be the opening day starter, he got sort of lit up at the World Baseball Classic.
And I texted you. I was like, Boyd's not your starter. It's going to be Cade Horton.
So then Cade Horton goes out and he gets lit up. And I said, Horton is not your starter. But, Justin, today, when pressed on the radio, Jesse Rogers said he thinks it will be Cade Horton.
Ooh.
Because he doesn't know how the workload and things will work with the World Baseball Classic when it could end, and it might be tricky to make Boyd that guy and back time it from there. A little bit trickier. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I think those are the 2 options.
Yeah.
I don't think Shota's an option.
No.
And I don't think Tyone is the other guy either. No. So
it's between Boyd
and I don't think it's
Horton.
Cabrera. There's no way it's Cabrera.
He's the new guy.
But I will say,
that would be weird.
If Team USA gets bounced today, now you got a lot of time to line it up for
You
Boyd.
sure do.
So a lot could hit. A lot rides on tonight's game, but I would love it to be Cade Horton. I know he got rocked yesterday, spring training. I don't care. Maybe he's working on something. We've seen him pitch at a very high level in actual games that matter. I'm sold on Cade. But Luke, you got me thinking about the veteran presence, and there is kind of a passing of the guard. So I do understand Matthew Boyd being the choice, but I would pick Cade Horton for sure.
When it comes to Cade Horton, I mean, when we played the exercise of producer prepare, right? I think we all said with Cade Horton, just prepare.
Yeah.
Right. So frankly, I'm taking yesterday's start with a grain of salt. And I would implore Cubs fans to think about it also like this a little bit. Of every time a player, specifically a pitcher, when a pitcher performs poorly in spring training, there are 2 sides of the coin to this. The first one is this guy stinks, or this guy just went through an important lesson that isn't happening right now in the regular season, right? Like, and I'm not saying he's going to iron out the kinks and everything's going to be fine, But for a player that gets knocked around for 3 home runs in a start, something that you don't expect to see from Cade Horton, to give up 6 runs in a start, something you don't expect to see from Cade Horton, I just think a little humble pie every once in a while to sort of recalibrate, get back in the lab, and maybe he is working on stuff. Maybe he was just trying to work on four seam. I don't need him snapping off 55 sliders in a game. So I think sometimes for Cubs fans, like, again, bad performance can sometimes worry you, but also these lessons right now in spring training can be invaluable to get you ready for the season. You can't have success all the time. Right. A little adversity, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, so Shota's had some bad outings in the Cactus League. Tyone had a bad one in the Cactus League.
But a good WBC start.
Cade had a bad one in the Cactus League. Boyd had a bad one at the WBC.
Mm-hmm. Cabrera's look good.
Cabrera's the one that hasn't. I just don't think it means a whole lot. Now, the only thing that scares me when I see a guy give up 6 runs is making sure that he goes out there for the next start.
Right.
You know, because then you start to worry anytime I see a guy get blown up. Was it because he wasn't feeling right? Or was he just working on a certain pitch and they knew it was coming at this point and whatever?
What was the velo, all that stuff?
Yeah, well, you know I don't look at that.
You don't?
Unless it's 105, I don't know. You know,
Becky brought up a good point here. I haven't fact-checked this, but 2016 spring training, the Cubs were 11-19. Does that sound accurate to you guys?
I have no idea.
Meaning, like, spring training doesn't matter. That was the best Cubs team maybe in our lifetime, and like their spring training, you know, guys are working on different things and whatever. So yeah, spring training is more like for us fans. We you want to see dubs, but like ultimately these guys are working on certain things, with different pitches, different swings, different situations. So just don't read too much into it.
Yeah, Becky, thank you for bringing that stat to the attention, because I think it means it could mean a lot of things, right? Like, one, like it's a good recalibrator for Cubs fans that want to freak out over spring training, because we do it every single year. Mm-hmm. And Becky, like, if you thought about that over the top of your head, you're one of my favorite sickos. If you didn't and had you look it up, it's okay, because no one remembers what happens in spring training. No one remembers because it never ends up on the back of the baseball card. So this is all a process. I know we're getting a little antsy. We're getting a little itchy. I know I am. I want these games to start already. We're getting really close. Everyone's in fine-tune mode. You know, of course, I'd love to see Cade Horton bounce back with a good spring start or whatever. But even if he doesn't, I still think it's okay. It's a long road to go to get to where everyone needs to be from a specific player perspective.
You know, Larry and Gary, I think the 85 Bears were winless in the preseason.
Oh, is that a fact, Barry?
I think that's true, Gary and Barry
Barry?
and Larry.
Actually,
they won 2 tree games.
The 84 Cubs.
No, I think they were winless.
The 84 Cubs were actually really bad in spring training as well. I don't know the exact
Eberflus
record,
was
but they're
like
bad.
Wasn't Eberflus like undefeated in the preseason?
Yeah.
Like, it's all like, guys.
I was the fastest kid in kindergarten, but by the time I got to second grade, I was the slowest. So what's none of that really matters. I'm not worried about Cade Horton because of one outing.
No, same. Especially because he's had so much success at the major league level when it counted. But that being said, I kind of play both sides, because I'm really excited about Dansby Swanson looking good. I'm really excited about Matt Shaw looking good.
Of course we do.
I'm really excited about the guys that are like balling, right? Oh. So I like to play both sides of it. But that being said, none of it matters as of March 26th. We all start at 0, and show me what you got.
And I'm kind of a spring training masochist. I don't mind if a pitcher gets his head kicked in a little bit in spring training, just as a reminder that you got to be on this stuff. Like, you can't just go out there and think that your stuff is always going to play. Like, it's a continuous process, especially for Cade Horton, who we think and want to take the next step. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little humble pie every once in a while. It won't hurt you. Yeah. It'll taste bad going down, but, we'll be okay.
So, real quick before we go to break, which one do you believe more to what you were saying, Justin? Do you believe it's true that the pitchers are getting their heads kicked in occasionally, and that our rotation maybe isn't as great as we think it is? Okay. Or do you believe that Dansby has turned it all around and this is going to be his best offensive season that we talked about yesterday?
That's such a hard question, because I truly believe both things. I mean, I feel like we have a great rotation. I really, really do. And I do think Dansby Swanson is going to have his best year as a Cub this year. So if you're asking me to pick, I mean, I would say I'm still more confident in our rotation, even though I really do think both things are going to be good this year for us. But if I had to pick, it'd be rotation.
So this is a confidence meter. Am I more confident in the rotation or Dansby? Like,
No, which one do you believe more? Do you believe that the home runs the starters are giving up is something we're going to see this season?
That one.
Or do you believe that Dansby's offense is going to be off the charts?
I thought you guys had a really, I caught some of the show yesterday. I thought you guys had a really great conversation about Dansby. And you were also referencing too as well the ascension that he kind of was on offensively as a player in Atlanta heading into his time as a Cub. And he had a good season, and I thought that second year as a Cub, he just frankly wasn't very good. Right. Last year, I thought he was fine in spurts, but obviously the OBP is going down a little bit. And then he talked a lot this offseason about trying to get back to and tweak and trying to get back to some things that I think maybe had been missing in his offensive game. So I love that Dansby was hitting 4 whatever right now. If you remember that first year with the Cubs, he hit 4 whatever after 10 games. He was hitting like 450, and we were like, holy smokes.
What a deal.
That is Dansby Swanson, though. Dansby Swanson can get white hot, and he can get blue cold. You know what I mean? And that's a little bit of his game. But per your guys' conversation yesterday, I am hopeful that some of the balancing, some of the middle, some of the in-between, hopefully we see a little bit more this year, But yeah, our rotation is going to give up some bombs, and I don't think that's something to be too concerned about.
Godfather wants us to read his shirt. We stinks.
There he is.
Speaking of we stinks, and the man who once said it.
Ooh.
Coming up next on the CHGO Cubs podcast, we are comparing Big Z's 2008 Chicago Cubs to your current Chicago Cubs in a game of versus. It's next after a quick timeout. Joey, whether it's on the field or in your life financially, the best teams win by delivering excellence at every level. At Old National Bank, we believe every play matters. From everyday checking to long-term planning and commercial banking, our team is here to build momentum and help you move the ball forward. It all starts with a plan tailored for you by professionals that you trust. From simple tasks to bigger financial moments, you can count on us to coordinate your needs with steady, knowledgeable guidance that brings clarity and confidence to each step. It's a partnership designed to help you feel supported, not just today, but well into the future. So whether you're celebrating a win, rebuilding after a tough loss, or gearing up for whatever comes next, we've got your back with tools, insights, and an expert crew that's always in your corner. Old National Bank, member FDIC, where relationships and results, of course, matter. And I can tell you, you can trust Old National Bank.
That's right. And Luke, whether you're a Chicago sports freak like me, and maybe you're up till 2:30 in the morning watching the Bulls win in overtime, way to go, Bulls. Or maybe you're at spring training going from game to game, or whether you're just trying to get through your week, drop the kids off at school, trying to hit that work meeting. Life is chaotic. How do you fit in that meal on the go? Well, I'll tell you what you do. You grab yourself a little Huel. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Huel is the perfect solution for high protein routine support for that busy day. And it is also habit building with convenience and control all through the year. So now that chaotic morning or skipping that meal, you can fill it up with Huel because it is 35 grams of protein, 27 essential vitamins and minerals, no artificial sweeteners, colors, or flavors, gluten-free. And that's right, a meal for under $5. It's the complete meal you can literally grab and go. So what are you waiting for? A limited time offer right now. Get Huel today with the exclusive offer of 15% off online with the code CUBS15, CUBS15 for new customers only. Thank you, Huel, for partnering and supporting our show and getting me through the day. If you're busy, Huel, it's the game changer.
You'll love it.
You'll love it.
All right, here we go. So it's our first game of versus.
Now, is this with the Z, like the rap battles you're talking about? Or you
No, and it's also not like the old NBC spinoff channel versus that came with hockey, which was a spinoff of the outdoor channel or whatever it was.
Okay.
And it's also not the Pearl Jam album, which was a great album.
Great album.
Yes.
Good album.
Great album. That was their second album,
That
right?
was a different one.
Don't, dude. We're going to get sued.
That was 10.
You sounded just like him.
I know.
Don't.
It's a problem.
That was
I have.
10.
That's when I sing like Creed. They don't want me to do it either because
You're singing the album 10 versus was the second album.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's a good one.
All right, versus. So we're taking the 2008 Chicago Cubs, who won 97 games.
Good team.
Wow.
And then got swept by the Dodgers in 3 straight in the postseason.
Not fun.
By a cheating Manny Ramirez, by the way. He was cheating. There should be an asterisk to that.
Now, I will tell you, so I was doing, that was the last full year where I did almost all of the Cubs pre and post. Cap wasn't doing it yet then.
Okay.
I sat there with Plesac for all of that 2007, 2008, those 2 seasons. 07, they were pretty good.
They were good, yeah.
But 2008, Plezak and I both, we kept saying, this is it.
Yeah.
It's finally going to happen.
Locomotive.
We believe the signs.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. They're going to win the World Series.
Yeah.
They're the best team in baseball.
Yeah.
And then kerplunk. And I can't tell you how many, after each game, it was just total shock.
Yeah.
Total shock. So here we go.
All right.
Let's start with the managers. Lou Piniella against Craig Counsell.
That's a great one to start off with. But per our conversation before, like it was last week, are we going off of like career resume?
Right.
Or are we going off of like
Correct.
the 2008 version of Lou and the 2026 version of Craig? Different questions.
Well, yeah, and I guess is Craig managing in 2008 or is Lou managing in 2026? We don't want to see Lou managing in 2026.
No.
But the game was different in 2008.
Yeah.
So Lou for his team or Craig for this
Yeah,
team?
you're the owner of, you're Tom Ricketts.
Okay.
And you can open up a door, and 2008 Lou Piniella can walk in, and you can sign him right now to be the manager of your team.
Okay.
In
Or
08.
2026,
Okay.
Craig Counsell comes in. Who are you signing?
I go with 2026 Craig Counsell because I thought 2008 version of Lou Piniella, though I loved him, I don't think that was his prime managerial.
It's not when he was winning the World Series
No.
with the Reds.
So I do think we are in Craig Counsell's prime right now. I know he's not one in the postseason. That's going to change this year. But I saw if that is presented in front of me, I'm taking Craig Counsell in his prime for this 2026 Cubs team versus the 08 version of Lou Piniella.
Barb, great comment. Lou was old and drunk. They hired him to get angry and kick the
That's
dirt.
true. That's
Well, he did. I don't know about the drinking thing. He was an older guy. Did get angry and he did kick the dirt.
He did like a margarita.
Luke, for the sake of the argument, I want you to break another tie because I will go Sweet Lou. This is really close.
Yeah.
And I think you're making a good point about in terms of if you're hiring a team right now, Craig Counsell's on top of the analytics.
Right.
He loves the base running. He's got the bullpen thing down. He's got the defense down. But Sweet Lou's a baseball, man.
All right, I'll settle this.
Yeah, do it.
And look, what kind of baseball does Craig play? Huh? What kind of no, I'm serious. What kind of baseball does he play? I won a World Series with the Reds.
Yeah.
Huh? What kind of baseball does Craig play? And look, I won 97 games. Okay, I won 97 games. I have to take Lou Piniella. He's one of the most fun people I have ever covered.
He is. It's a great impression, by the way, though. Great impression.
Spring training once. This might have been actually 2008. Lou showed up about an hour and a half late to when he normally would meet the media before the players would go out, do their work, and then get ready for the afternoon game. It'd be like 8 o'clock in the morning. Lou shows up and we're waiting all morning. I don't remember if it was 10:30 or what it was, but we were out there a long time. He shows up and his hair is, he takes his hat off and you're like, he has not showered, you know? And he comes in and he's like, sorry guys. We went to that place. I don't know what bar it was. He's like, they had a killer prickly pear margarita. And it really, really was a killer margarita. We're like, oh my God. Well, he was out there doing it.
And I know we given Lou because he had a lot of theatrics to him, but man, the second that he came in, woof, what a turnaround.
Yeah.
I mean, everything that you're like, wow, Sweet Lou Piniella and, the Big Red Machine and all this stuff, the Yankees, everything. Can he be the one to turn it around? I mean, this was a guy that also won 120 games with the Seattle Mariners.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy.
But that team did not win a World Series. That team was crazy.
True. It's very true.
But he's won more than Craig Counsell.
But just the formula, whatever it is, maybe we can't put our finger on it. But the dude came in and he was a winner.
Yes.
Winner.
And I'll tell you what,
He had a good team too.
your impression of him makes me realize how painful some of those press conferences were because the stuttering that he would do was like, I wanted to hit him on the back of today, Junior.
Everything was, look. But he didn't shy away from answers. He always answered anybody's question, even though he could be a little surly sometimes. And I believe the way it worked, I think Cap's the one that said something about, should you be a little more fiery? They thought you'd be fiery. Look, what do you want me to be, a dragon? You want him to breathe fire? And he goes into that whole thing. And then the next game, he picked up third base and he chucked it into the outfield and got ejected. So
for Jeremy's comment, I think we all would agree we'd rather have dinner with Lou.
Oh, yeah. There's no question.
If we're comparing personalities, I think Craig is a very dry, almost boring type of personality, where Lou Piniella is a character.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm just saying, we caught Lou on the end of his managerial career, I felt like. And I do feel like right now is Craig Counsell's prime. So if I'm starting a team and I'm signing someone right now, I want this version of Craig Counsell.
He was, in this way, he was like Harry. He would forget the players' names occasionally.
Which was awesome. But for a manager, you kind of can't do that.
No. All right, so let's go to catcher.
All right.
Giovanni Soto against Carson Kelly and or Miguel Amaya.
Let the games begin. Look, Giovanni Soto, frankly, was
Rookie of the Year.
I mean, he might be the best. Is he the best?
It's Soto.
Offensive?
The answer is Soto.
Yeah, is he the best offensive catcher? Or did he have the best offensive catching season of my lifetime outside of Rick Wilkins? The answer might be yes. I mean, Wilson Contreras had some good years too as well. But, man, he was great ball player that year. OPS over 800 here. All-Star, top 13 MVP voting. Top almost Rookie of the Year. I mean, that year that guy was hitting frozen ropes everywhere.
The only way I could switch it to play devil's advocate would be to look at like B-WAR. Carson Kelly had a 3.6 B-WAR last year. Giovanni Soto that year was a 3.3 B-WAR.
Wow.
23 home runs, though, for Soto, 151 hits, a 285 batting average, and a 119 OPS plus. It's Soto.
He was a beast.
It was Soto.
Yeah.
Now we go to first base, and here's a pretty good competition. Derek Lee against Michael Busch.
I mean, listen, I have a brick.
Busch hit more homers.
I have a brick at Wrigley Field. This is Justin Roman, #1 Cubs fan, and the numbers on it say 23, 17, 21, 25, because I love Derek Lee. Derek Lee was a beast. Derek Lee arguably had one of the best offensive seasons ever. I mean, and then I know he got hurt and the wrist and the power went away and everything, but like Derek, I love Michael Busch. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him, but I'm going with D. Lee.
I'm in agreement with you. I think I have to go, and maybe so. This is the funny one, right? This is a fun exercise because there's a lot of head and heart going on a little bit here.
Yeah,
totally.
And the idea too is just to also say like that team was really, really good, didn't win the World Series, and is this Cubs team? How do they kind of stack up in the head heart conversation and the nostalgia of our minds? I love Michael Busch, and man, of all the guys, and we're going to be doing segments on here, I think I have a lot of stock in Michael Busch this year, but I think Derek Lee gets the edge. I think it's 2-0, 08 Cubs.
I think if you look at Busch last year and the home runs and all that stuff, there is a way that you could say Michael Busch. But I think when you talk about all-around player, leader, and a guy who faced both righties and lefties, wasn't put in just the best, was a great first baseman, was the guy that stood up to Zambrano in the dugout. It's Derek Lee. Like 20 home runs compared to Busch. Like, I understand there's a way you could say it, but if right now you're going to tell me Michael Busch has a Derek Lee career, well, I'd be thrilled.
I'd
be thrilled.
Absolutely.
So for me, so far, I've gone 3 for 3 with 2008. I've gone Piniella. I've gone Soto. I've gone D. Lee. Now second base is interesting too. Mark Derosa or Nico Horner. In B-WAR alone, I'll give you this one stat.
Can't be close.
It's not close. Nico, 6.2 B-WAR last year. Derosa, 1.8 B-WAR in 2008.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's Nico Horner all day, every day. I think Nico Horner is the perfect ball player. Offensively, defensively, I think that he's your glue. I go Nico Horner.
Man, D-Rose was really great that year. What is it? He drove in, 87 runs? Am I seeing that right?
DeRosa drove in 87 runs and hit 21 home runs at second base. Now, the power is not questionable.
Yeah,
and clearly Mark DeRosa more power.
And here's the tough part, too, is OPS, too. His on-base percentage is 376.
Yeah.
That's impressive. I will say, though, I'm putting one on the board for the 2026 Cubs. I'm with you, Justin. I'm going with Nico Horner for the base running, the defense, and not only the season that he had last year, but I'm just intangibly thinking of the season that he's about to have this year. I got my first one on the board for the 2026 Cubs. Give me Nico Horner over Mark DeRosa.
I think it's about fit too, right? Like Nico's home runs are never going to get to 21. We've sat there and talked about it. Like, what if you replaced him with Shaw at second soon and he hits 20 home runs? And what does that production mean? But Nico doesn't necessarily have to hit the home runs for him to be a great fit for this Cubs team, which recognizes the 6.2 B-WAR. Now, Derosa was still a 1.8, but the 117 OPS plus. Man, Derosa was a big... And D-Row didn't just play second base.
No, he was like your everywhere.
He
field.
was sort of what Matt Shaw might be this year, right?
Yeah.
Like, that one's hard because I love Derosa's power. There's no question Nico's a better defensive player.
So the full package, though, that's why I'm saying Nico, because defense counts. Defense matters.
I want to say Wash, but I'll go Nico because the defense is so superior to Mark DeRosa's. But
and
Mark DeRosa is one of my favorite second basemen the Cubs have had other than Rhino.
Corey's point too. Nico Horner would never screw up the runs.
I knew that was coming. Yeah.
He's a better manager for sure. Nico's a better manager for sure.
Nico, hey, both great sound bites, but I don't know if you get a better one than Mark DeRosa. Nico is good. All right, let's go to shortstop. Dansby against Ryan Theriot,
another tough one, man, because Ryan Theriot hits 307 with a 387 on base percentage.
Yeah,
the Riot.
But one home run.
Yeah, one home run, 22
like
stolen bases.
It's the opposite conversation of second.
But I go Dansby Swanson. I mean, I think Dansby is a Gold Glove shortstop. I mean, 24 home runs, and we're kind of bummed about it last year. Like, I mean, and we think he's going to have an even better year this year. Offensively, a better player when it comes to like slug and when it comes to like power. And defensively, I think he's better. So I go Dansby.
Yeah, and this 2008 team had 8 All-Stars on it that year alone.
Yeah.
Right? So when you're talking about the deep, talented nature of the 2026 Cubs, matching these guys up pound for pound, and here's my tiebreaker for me. I'm also going Dansby Swanson because of solely what Dansby Swanson did against the Padres in the playoffs.
Oh.
What he did defensively, and granted, he got a couple hits too as well.
Did.
And I love the Riot up at the top of the lineup. Really great leadoff hitter, a dude that definitely was a spark plug, jump started that lineup, but I'm going Dansby Swanson. So I'm keeping Dansby and Nico as my up the middle double play combo. It is now 3-2 in my opinion. 2008 still ahead.
Dansby's the first one that I know for sure I'm taking on the 2026 Cubs. That said, if you told me a future Cubs shortstop gave you 178 hits, a 307 batting average, 387 on base percentage, and a 2.3 B-WAR, I'm not totally against that.
Really nice.
But one home run?
But the one home run's different. And so it's like, I'm going to go with Dan. In this case, I'm taking Dansby's power. I gave second base.
Right.
And now I'm going to take Dansby at short. I agree. Now third base.
Oh, man.
This is tough.
This one's the worst.
Aramis Ramirez against Alex Bregman.
It's also
I didn't
hard.
look up Bregman's stats last year.
It's also hard because we have a history with Aramis Ramirez where Bregman he's new, right? So we don't have like the head versus heart.
Yeah,
Aramis
100%.
was about as clutch as they come.
Yep.
I mean, I remember bottom of the ninth, multiple times at Wrigley, game-winning home runs, game-tying home runs. Aramis was a clutch player. Loved him at third base. I don't have that connection to Alex Bregman yet because he just got here, but I actually want to go last on this one. That's a tough one for me.
I'll go first.
Right,
it's Aramis Ramirez.
It's Ramirez for me.
He was a hitter.
Yeah.
Now, he might not have been as good at third base as Bregman, but I know one thing. He could hit.
He could.
He could hit. And he might not have been like the perfect leader in the clubhouse, right? He might not have been that. But 27 home runs, 111 RBI, 127 OPS. If you get that out of Bregman this year, look out.
We're winning a lot of games. Yeah, look, 320 batting average almost every year, 30 to 35 home runs, 100 RBIs. I mean, the dude was a mercenary. Like the one skill that he had, putting bat to ball, he was incredible at it. So Aramis, I got the Aramis.
And so I'll play devil's advocate. I mean, I think I'll pick Aramis as well. But so Luke, to your point, Bregman is a leader. Aramis wasn't. Bregman is a better defensive third baseman than Aramis was. And Bregman is a good offensive player. Again, I think it's more of I don't have the visual history with him because we haven't even seen him play as a Cub yet. Really,
that's right. That's the key.
That's the key, right? So, but I think Corey Corey Seacrest is a very good
Nails
comment
it.
here. KB was the best third baseman since Aramis, and Bregman is the best third baseman since KB. I agree with you. That's a very good comment.
Well, we hope so, at least.
Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
We certainly hope so. All right, let's go left field. Soriano against Ian Happ.
This is a tricky one. It's trickier than you think.
Way trickier.
Yeah.
Way trickier.
I'm going to be real with you. I'm taking Ian Happ.
You're taking Happ.
Wow.
Yeah. Because here's the deal. Here's the deal. Alfonso Soriano to me was, if you had a ticket to the Alfonso Soriano show during that 8-day stretch when he would hit 9 home runs in 8 days, it was the coolest week of your life. What are we doing tonight? Alfonso Soriano is in the lineup. I mean, he was almost appointment viewing the same way a pitcher would be on the mound when he was white hot. Outside of that, though, he left a lot to be desired. And frankly, he got better at throwing the ball in the outfield. He was not a good outfielder. He had lower leg issues.
The skip.
The hop. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Help us all.
For those that don't know, Soriano, he would do this like stupid hop thing when he would catch the ball in the outfield. And he was asked about it. He said, well, he was kind of outfield was kind of boring, and that made it more interesting for him.
Yeah.
And then he was like, drop it. It was like, stop with the hop. Like, it's what are we doing here? But yeah, that.
He also did the John Cena when he crossed home plate after a
Stop
home
the
run.
hop. Yeah.
And he
You
also,
can't see me.
do you remember him spitting just tons of sunflower seeds, like
Yes.
mid-swing? I mean, he
Yes.
had
Yeah.
He was all flash, not a ton of substance. I'm going with substance on this one to
Okay.
make it 4. The 2008 team now is 4, in my opinion. 3 is now the 2026 team. I'm going with Ian Happ.
Luke, how about you?
No, I'm Soriano.
Yeah.
I'm Soriano.
yeah.
29 home runs, 75 RBI. He still batted 280
Yeah.
Okay.
and 19 stolen bases. You forget the guy could run. And this was after he had ripped the quad right off the bone.
He was a 40-40 guy back before the.
I mean,
yeah.
And if you see him now,
Yeah.
the guy looks like the Incredible Hulk. Now,
Yeah.
listen, Soriano was a superstar player. A major injury changed his career, but I think even at that point, was he as consistent? He went through the slumps just like Ian Happ.
Yeah.
But when Soriano was hot, it wasn't an Ian Happ.
It was watch
hot.
out.
Yes.
It was like watching Sammy Sosa
It was.
all over
It
again.
was.
Yeah.
Luke, I'm with
for
you.
me, it's Soriano.
I go Fonzie as well. I go Soriano as well. I think that he was a game changer, a true superstar. And you're right. When he was hot, I mean, it was like he was batting against a beach ball because he would go on these streaks. Yeah, I do go Soriano. I mean, I know, defensively, Ian Happ was way better. Jeremy's saying anyone can play left field, guys. Maybe, but Ian Happ is
Happ was a
very
better
good
fielder
He's a
than
very
Soriano.
good left fielder. He turned himself into a Gold Glover 3 years in a row. But I still say Soriano. And actually, Barb has a great point. Soriano would be a DH today. And
after the injury.
after the injury,
But he started as a second baseman.
you did.
I got a DH one for you down the line in just a second here, but yeah.
All right.
All right. Now let's go to, so we're a little split on that. I go to one. Now here's one clearly for me, 2026. Jim Edmonds, old Jim Edmonds against Pete Crow-Armstrong.
Yeah. It's a sweep.
That's not even close.
Unless you have something in here.
Edmonds had a great career, and I guess PCA hasn't proven that. But if you're telling me right now, would I take old Jim Edmonds for a season, or would I take young Pete Crow-Armstrong, who just hit 2 home runs last night in the World Baseball Classic? It's PCA.
Yeah.
Because the ceiling is so much higher. At that point, Edmonds was playing, no offense, but he would play in so he could go back. He knew he could make those plays,
Right.
but I feel like sometimes he almost played in more so that he could go back and make a diving catch.
Yeah.
Yeah, just quick shout out to Jim Edmonds. When the wind was blowing out, nothing was better. He was really good at just getting the ball in the air.
Great, but is he a better fielder than PCA?
No.
They were both. Edmonds was a great outfielder. But
On
I don't think better than
Anaheim,
PCA.
Edmonds was an elite center fielder, but I think this is an easy one.
Not at this
PCA,
point,
I'm currently 4 to 4.
Yeah.
Oh
PCA.
wow, you're really.
I'm tied.
All day, every day. Are you including the manager in this your count?
Yeah.
Okay, so and Luke, the way you were describing Edmonds and PCA is kind of my argument for the manager. It was kind of like Lou Piniella wasn't prime Lou Piniella, where right now it is prime Craig Counsell, and PCA prime Edmonds.
Look, wait. And look, I won 97 games.
Yeah.
How many games has Counsell won, huh?
Well, 93 last year, 92. So I mean,
What do you want me to
we're-
win, 100?
We're getting there.
Okay, anyways. Kosuke Fukudome against Seiya Suzuki.
Seiya. Easy.
So this is me. This is my easy fourth win for the 2026 Cubs.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's comparable.
It's not comparable.
And even if you want to compare their Cubs careers, it's not going to be comparable.
No.
Yeah.
We had high hopes.
Although Kosuke was an all-star.
We had high hopes for Kosuke Fukudome. I still think one of the best jerseys I ever bought in my life. That was a really cool jersey because his last name is a nice little play on words there. But also, I think Kosuke Fukudome provided me and my father with one of the greatest moments ever at Wrigley Field.
I was there.
Yeah.
Same
we
game.
were there too.
Yeah.
We were there too. And I mean, the bottom of the ninth, you're down by 3.
I was at Dark Horse.
Kosuke Fukudome coming up, and he hits a bomb. And I mean, you're just thinking, this guy is going to be an all-generation player for us, you know?
We got Ichiro with power.
Yes, Ichiro with power, exactly. But yeah, I agree. Seiya Suzuki, hands down, wins this one. And I still think we have not seen the best of Seiya yet. I'm expecting big things out of him this year.
So I had 2 that I think are interesting. So in this world, there is no DH in 2008. So maybe this changes the construction of the lineup for the Cubs in 2008. But at DH, I had Moises Ballesteros versus Mike Fontenot.
Oh.
And then for the bench guy, I had Matt Shaw versus Reed Johnson.
Oh, man, I love Reed Johnson in the field.
So
he made
honestly,
catches that make PCA look silly sometimes.
He
He made some of the best catches I've ever seen.
And I'll just say this for the Moises Ballesteros part. Mike Fontenot had 9 home runs, 40 RBIs, but hit 305 at the plate. I know we haven't gotten a strong sample size from Moises Ballesteros, but Mo Baller versus Mike Fontenot and Matt Shaw versus Reed Johnson. Honestly, I loved Reed Johnson. I think I'm taking Reed Johnson for right now.
Reed Johnson, but Fontenot, the way Zambrano used to pound his head like a nail.
Yeah, that was funny.
The Fontenot.
That was funny.
But if Mike Fontenot, if Moises Ballesteros hits 300, you know how excited we're going to be for that?
Yeah, I mean, guys, I go the other way on both those guys. I think that I go Mo Baller and I go Matt Shaw. I think that Reed Johnson was a great defensive replacement.
He hit 300.
Yeah, but he wasn't. I mean, but he wasn't the guy that I think that Matt Shaw is going to be. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that. I would take Mo Baller and Matt Shaw over Fontenot and Reed Johnson. That's my opinion.
The other one that I had was, so now let's just go to the rotation just really quick. We can
we're
running out of time, so we're lightning round. The two guys, the two imports, Rich Harden versus Edward Cabrera.
Oh, I'm hoping Edward Cabrera.
I'm hoping
Rich Harden's.
I'm taking Edward Cabrera too as well. Because Rich Harden, remember, he couldn't even really get out of the 4th or 5th inning. He had a really good ERA. He had great stuff, but he couldn't really get out of it.
What about Boyd against Lilly? It's Lilly.
That one's crazy. I'm going Lilly.
Yeah.
Teddy Baseball for
12
sure.
12-6 curve.
Yeah.
And Tyone versus Jason Marquis.
Well, yeah, so I had Marquis versus Shota,
okay. I still take Marquis.
Yeah, I'm still taking Marquis. Dempster versus Tyone.
Okay.
Dempster.
I take Demp.
Big Z versus Cade Horton.
Big Z for now.
Today
it's Big Z.
Closer. Kerry Wood versus Daniel Palencia. Give me Kerry Wood.
Well, you also had Marmol though.
No, and then setup man Phil Maton versus Carlos Marmol. Marmol's easy.
What about Bobby Howry and Jeff Samardzija in that bullpen?
The other one I had was swingman Colin Ray versus Sean Marshall.
Big lefty.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's Sean Marshall.
Sean Marshall was
a more accomplished guy.
Yeah.
But he was of all the the sickos remember Sean Marshall of how many times he bailed the Cubs out with like 5 innings, 1 run, just kind of out of nowhere. They asked so much of him all the time, but so little was given back. I don't know,
it's hard. It's really hard.
It's tough, man,
to put these guys up against. I mean, it really is a tough conversation to have. I'll tell you what, guys. I think that I'll be the oddball here. I think Cade Horton is going to be more dominant than Big Z. So
when it's all said and done,
I would say Cade Horton.
Well, I mean, I hope he is, but
I'm saying
Big Z was
in this comparison, you both said Big Z.
2000 Big Z.
I'm actually going
was
Cade
that his
Horton.
no-hitter year?
I was there.
He was good
Houston.
that year.
I don't remember the years on
It was
stuff.
07 or 08 probably, right?
Yeah.
14-6 record, 3.91 ERA. It's not like his greatest year. I thought that was 09 was because he had a really great year after that. I think the no-hitter was the year after that. I could be wrong. But yeah, when you start to look at it, because this is part of it, that team won 97 games.
Yeah.
And when you go position by position with all of these guys, these are some really tough choices, which also lends me to believe that this Cubs team can be really, really good this year. I don't think they're all going to hit 300 like this lineup because times have changed a little bit. The 3 true outcomes are more and more prevalent in the game than ever. But when you go up and down, you're like, you're like, man, that team was pretty stacked. The 2026 Cubs, they're pretty good too, and they do stuff different. They do stuff differently, right?
They do. I would take the 2008 Cubs based on how many games they won. If they win 97, great. One comparison we're forgetting: Jeff Samardzija, Ben Brown. Is he going to be a starter or is he going to be a
That's a great one.
Starter, closer?
I'll tell you one thing. Here's my hot take on this whole conversation. The 2026 Cubs get much further than the 2008 Cubs.
I sure hope so. It will only take one postseason win.
Smokes, yeah, I
don't know if they'll win more regular season games, but I would like to see them win.
They're gonna go further than the 08 Cubs. I guarantee you.
Like where your head's at.
Yep.
That's our first game of versus. All right, Corey and Brendan with Cubs related for you tomorrow night. Brendan will probably talk about how great we all looked in Arizona.
Yeah, he was impressed.
And then we'll be back on Monday with your CHGO Cubs podcast at 2 o'clock. Until then, thanks for watching. Good luck to Team USA and fly the W.
Stay positive, love your life. Happy 311 day.
We all silly like the mayor.